Good morning, class. I'm your new teacher, Teacher Claude. And before we start our new class for this year, let's first ask one of you guys what you did during summer. How about you, Claude? Uh, uh, I went to the beach and there were like three houses. They're really cool houses. You should check it out. Wow. I actually don't care. I'm only here to say that I got every bug in the game. Yes, I got it all. Only took like 900 bugs, but I got it all. I'm actually the best bug catcher. I'm gonna be the Pokemon Master. Pikachu, use Thunderbolt attack. Hey everyone, it's Floaty, and today we will be talking about how to collect all the butterflies and dragonflies for this update, the camping update. So they added a new feature where you could catch bugs with a butterfly net. So before we start, what do we need first? Of course, it's the butterfly net. You could either get it from the backpack over here, bug catching net, or also in build mode. So you could go to decorate new and the bug catching net, which is also in the garden category. You have to lean it on a wall, which I don't understand why, but that's one of the requirements, and you could use that to catch the bug. And once you get that, you could start catching bugs. So an important thing you need to remember when catching bugs is to look at your status. So you have this bug senses are quiet. This means that there aren't catchable bugs nearby. So you have to walk around and find other places where there will be bugs and you're gonna catch them. You can see it turned blue. So it turns blue when there's a bug nearby. So you can see here your bug sensors are tingling. A catchable bug must be nearby. So around us there should be a moving insect. And you should look around to find out where it is. You could walk around and see around where it should be. So since it's gone here, oh, it's gone, but I see another bug. First, you could go here. You'll see it turns blue again. And you can see that we're gonna catch that. And there, you're getting a new butterfly. So that's pretty much how you catch a bug. But you need to know what's the best ways to catch bugs so you could get them all. So one tip, if you want to catch butterflies, they're easier to get during the day, while dragonflies and legendary insects are easier to catch during the night. This is because butterflies have a black outline, which makes it hard to see during the dark, while dragonflies are tinted to be a much lighter color, so you could see them much more noticeable during uh, the darker time. For me, I chose 7 p.m. when I was catching bugs since it's not too dark where it's hard to see butterflies, although it's harder to see butterflies. And it's still light enough, or it's still dark enough so that I could notice the dragonflies. And also keep in mind the color of my grass, which is a darker color. So another tip is to also use a fast vehicle. I use this since it's a small car and I think it's very fast. You can also use the Blox's PS, which is also fast, but I prefer this one. Another thing, dragonflies spawn closer to the river. My experience, they spawn around the river and around some plots of riverside, and well, while butterflies spawn pretty much anywhere. How lucky! This is a legendary one. So you can see they glow bright. It's actually the last one I needed last time. So it's but I got a legendary one while recording. But you can see they glow. So even though it's day, you can still notice them a lot, but when they're far away, when they spawn far away, it's easier to notice them during the dark. But also keep in mind, let me turn it to catch this. Yeah, yeah. So when it's night, this is not the time I recommend because you can't see butterflies. But anyway, when it's night, you can see the lights of the various lampposts, which might distract you and you would think it might be a legendary bug. But keep in mind the bugs actually move around. So if the light is still, it's probably not a legendary butterfly or dragonfly. As I got all, I'll show you now each and every type of butterfly you could get. So I actually caught all of the bugs. Each and every single one. There's 32 in total, and I got it all. Took like 900 bugs to get there, but we got there. And I'm really happy. There's common tier, uncommon tier, rare tier, and epic tier, then legendary. So we have bronze, medium stone gray, cocoa, and dark stone gray. I'm not sure about the accuracy of this color, the colors, like if they're the right colors. And I think I said some colors wrong with the presentation I had, and I'm too lazy to change it. Yeah, so for this one would be like a dull, boring colors. For the next tier, uncommon, we have bright neon colors. So we have royal purple, teal, hot pink, and neon orange. So we have both. So it's just the same for both types. For rare ones, we have the flower colors. So we have dusty rose, carnation pink, and daisy yellow or daisy orange. Yeah, it's orange, even though it's yellow, but the color itself is yellow, but its name is orange. Next is epics, which are pastels. You have pastel blue or pastel light blue. I'm not sure which of it is the right one. Or pastel violet, pastel green, the same. And for the top ones, legendaries are glowing bright. So they actually glow when you try to catch them. It's new yellow or like a very neon yellow. And the institutional white for just the brightest white. So it's not, I don't know if they're the right colors, but it's the closest one I have. So yes, these are all the colors we have. And I'll show you the probabilities of getting them or like my experience getting them. So that's the next part. So yes, statistics. So disclaimer, don't take these as facts. These are just based on what I caught and not the game's code. So this is just estimations and approximations based on the statistics that I get. So legendaries are also easier to catch since you can notice them from far away. So comparing it to epics, I think epics are actually much harder to get. And it's just a guide on the probabilities for the bugs. And in total, I caught 945 bugs. 63% of those, or like two-thirds of those, are dragonflies, and the rest are butterflies. I was catching them most in Riverside, which explains why, since most of the dragonflies will spawn on Riverside, while most of butterflies will spawn on Bloxy Acres. Rarities, most of it was common, then uncommon, rare, epic, then legendary. You can see I caught more epic than legendary, but it's almost the same amount since epics are legendaries are much easier to get once again. And like most of it was common, over half of it, and around a quarter of it was uncommon. 10% is rare, then epic and legendary. I don't know the exact amounts, probably 3 and or 4 and 1 if you compute it, but that's what I got. For butterflies, I actually caught more legendaries than epics, which is really weird. But since a lot of the bugs that I caught, the legendary butterflies were like across the map. I was even just standing on Riverside and one like spawned at the tunnel at Bloxy Acres. So that's why it's easy to catch butterflies or legendary butterflies more since they just have a lot more spots. But for the rest of the rarities, it's pretty much the same. Since I got more dragonflies, this is probably a much more accurate representation. So around 10% is rare, then like a little bit is epic, then almost 0% even. It's like legendary. The next is for the commons, pretty much 20% or 25%. It's pretty much equal for all four colors. And here's the four colors: bronze, light stone gray, cocoa, and dark stone gray. Pretty much the boring colors for the bug. For butterflies and dragonflies, you can see I separated it. Pretty much the same. It's just one for uncommon. Again, it's pretty much just the same. I wish this was like the K-pop distribution chart. But you can see it's pretty much the same probabilities for all colors, and for butterflies and dragonflies, it's also the same. For rare, actually a weird thing, I got a lot of yellows for rare. I think we could go back. It's almost the same amount as uncommon, but a bit less. So that's fine. But I got a lot of yellows, maybe because they stand out more. For both dragonflies and butterflies, you get yellow the most. Pretty much half of it is yellow, then the quarter is split by the steros and the carnation pink. It's just the closest color I could get from the butterflies. This is not the right colors, or like I'm not 100% sure these were the right colors, but these were the closest I got. For epics, we have again, we got a lot of violet and a few pastel green, which is the one I wanted the most. So I'm sad I didn't get that much. But for pastel blue is also two. Pretty much got one of each and didn't see anything else. So I think, I don't know how accurate these are, but I think this is close enough. But the numbers are too small to have significant for this to be actually correct. That makes sense. You need a bigger sample size to be more sure. So the more common they are, you can see that they even out. You can see I got a lot of violets. Legendary, pretty much 50-50. I got 6 then 8. And here's for butterflies and dragonflies. I got 1. And yeah, and here's for the all colors, butterflies. It's a mess. You can see like 15%, 17%, 5. It's actually really fun. And you can see the epics are low. It's just so weird. And here's for the dragonflies, which is pretty much similar, but it's much more accurate since the legendaries are much lower. And here's it for all of them. And still, the rarest one I have is like pastel blue, which I only have 2. So that's about it for all the statistics. So thank you so much guys for watching. This is like a weird video since I actually planned different videos to post for now, like to the beach and the builds for my recent build. But this update was actually really fun. And if the update wasn't like at least in this standard, like I would have said something, but I really like this update. So I hope you enjoy and you learned something about bug catching, and you could show me your own collection. You could like tweet at me on X. I'm like the most active there, or Twitter. I don't like calling it X. But yes, so thank you so much for watching and please subscribe. Bye bye.